小爱。
Well, that was a wake up. What's going on, gang? How are we? Thank you, T-Jack. As always, appreciate you. Fancy that being one sticker away. Diana, how you doing? What's going on, bro? Milky, what's going on, bro? Kins, hello. Turkish. T-Jack, how are we all? How are we doing? Fancy you pulling a sticker party right at the start of the stream with one sticker. Oh, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. So, I got the drones up and running. Oh my days. What a pain. Well, it wasn't necessarily a pain, it was just a lot to do. There's a lot to do. Very repetitive. What's going on, Dinah? Doing great, but hungry. Luckily, it's lunch very soon. True. True. How long did that take? Oh, it took me like... something like 10 hours yesterday, I think. Something like that. I wanted to do it off stream because it was just such a repetitive job. Just running around, placing drone ports and having them feed to the central. But we are running. We are running. There's a lot of drones. We're at 1,200 a minute. 1,200 a minute on all the oars. So the math worked at least. The math worked at least. The math worked at least. But because we've got no structures around here as of now, all the drones fly in and dock at the same heights. Which now means we can build a hangar. Because the ore that the drones are bringing in, I chose from the certain parts of the map where the drones would come in at certain angles. So there's 144 drones in total. If you look at the map's pretty crazy. Map's lost it a bit. The map has lost it a little bit. But they're all operating, they're all being fueled. The rocket fuel's doing all the job for us. Jeez, I know, right? I know, right? But we're cooking out 6 belts of MK6 per run. We're still having an issue with this over here, so I do want to sort this out today. I added buffers to it, so it doesn't turn off completely, but it still fills up, which is annoying. Because it's the only one that's doing it. I don't know why, because everything else is working, apart from that one line. I added buffers to stop sloshing, or any weird interaction, but doesn't seem to have liked it. Just don't get why everything else is running at 100% and these ones are the only ones that fill up. It's this one right here. Just trying to think of a better system. So these are right, because these are splitting. Because what is the, yeah, 132.3. This one's working at 100%, which means that is perfect. It's just this one that isn't, because this pipe keeps filling up, and I don't understand why. How are we doing? How was our weekend anyway? Were we good? Did we have a chill one? I might be able to control it better with the extractors maybe. What if we buffer it just before it goes into the... Can't because the gaps. Or if I just sack off these entirely and just try and control the water. Or if we do it that way. Because these should only make enough. So take this out of the line. That is right, I think, maths-wise. It might be a little bit over, actually. Did we have as... So it's 200... So if we do 333.5 minus 200.1, so 133.4. 133.4. 3.4 times 2. 266.8. See if this works. Take the water out of here. Notification when Fluxo starts streaming. First time in a long time. It's a strange one. How's it going? I'm good, thank you. How are you? How are you, Roman? You okay? I think maybe if we put pumps on the output of these to stop it from sloshing back into the machines, might have a good effect on it. Where do I want to put these pumps? Like here, maybe? There's a connection here somewhere. Are you recycling waters back to the start of the aluminum production, or are you using the water and other recipes? Yeah, we're recycling the water, so we're bringing it. So each machine on the left is aluminum, and then the one directly in front of that is the aluminum scrap. So this feeds to this machine and this feeds back into this machine. All the other machines we have no issues with. Apart from now, but I'm thinking because I've got the pump on it. If I was now maybe to put the valves back on, we might be alright here. So what is it again? What's the math? 133.4, so we need a valve on each one, allowing only 133.4 in. So 133.4. 3.4. Oh. Just dump that water. Dump this. Doesn't need dumping, nor does that one. That seems to be draining a lot better than it was prior. It's not filling up at all, no. So I think the pump is helping it just drain that pipe, keeping it flowing. Just give each one a pipe. A pump, sorry. It's 100% now. It's not filling up either. Neither of these ones. We may have fixed it. It's 100%. Looks right. See how that goes. Right. So, we're building the forge tower today. which should be in the center here. Because the drones are all docking at the same height, it means we can build them inside hangars now. So we can have like drones flying in and out of the hangars. Should be quite cool. Looking vaguely like something from the Matrix up here. Yeah, it's 144 drones in total. But we're not even using that much fuel at all, which is good because it means we can ship fuel elsewhere in the factory and bring in other ores to certain areas of the factory as well. And considering we're making 1,200 package rocket fuel a minute. It's doing quite a nice job. It'll be interesting to see how much we're actually pulling from this line though. This song is Real Fish by Neon One. Sorry, I haven't linked my Epidemic to Stream Elements. They're barely using any. So we're using like what, like sub 300 per minute. This is why we save every 1 minute. Don't worry, you didn't lose all that work. So they fixed drones. Moo was complaining about it as the last 1.0 build that was drones would just sit idle in the sky. Sit idle? What, as in like during your flight path, or I don't know how much they've fixed drones. The reason I mean, with my eye being how it was last week, I spent the entire week just testing drones and how they worked. They sit above drone stations and not go anywhere. Yeah, I don't know. Mine aren't doing that at all. Yeah, mine aren't doing that at all. If you look here, I've set these up just as testers. So these awesome things are just to test the flow rate of the lines. As you can see, we got a 1200 line off everything. Consistent flow. But that's not easy to achieve. But it is achievable. The reason it's achievable is that so we have like so for each MK6 belt is 4 drones from this side, so it's 4 drone ports here. And then it's 4 collection point drones as well. So for each one belt, we've got 8 drones in operation. Not all belts need that, but from the math that I did and the testing that I did, I found that with rocket fuel, all docking at the same height, you can go about 5 km with 4 drones, keeping it at a consistent 1200 throughput. Now, yesterday I had a couple of issues with it because I wasn't feeding the drones correctly. So I was trying to manifold some of the drones at the collection points, which didn't work. So you just got to make sure that you're putting an equal amount in each drone port at the collection point. But you can use drones for like however much you want to transfer. Obviously 1200 is the max, but you've just got to make sure you've got enough drones picking up, because you can just merge, you can split the lines at the collection points and feed multiple drone ports, and then you can merge the lines at the drop-off point, which is what we're doing here. So each 4 ports merge into one belt, and that's how it works. Now, as far as like so like other than fly, like the speed of flight, which is controlled by what type of fuel you're using. So rocket fuel, other than ionized packaged ionized fuel, rocket fuel's your best option. So it's got a best overall sort of like. So if we look here, let's have a look here. So you see here, we're only using 4.91 per trip. That's there and back. So when you set up the collection drones, because they're not being fueled at that side, you just have to fuel that drone once. Just once. So if you just take a bunch of fuel around with you, when you set up the collection drones and then you set the path, just fuel that drone once at the collection point. And then what that drone will do then is understand that there's no more fuel to be taken back from the collection point, so it'll take the fuel from these ports here. So you only have to fuel them once. So you don't need fueling drones flying everywhere, you just need to fuel them once, because they'll pick up the fuel they need from this point here. And then lastly, the one thing that makes them really inefficient is their animation for docking and undocking. So this is the lowest point they can dock from, where you're seeing all the drones. And how you manipulate that is to make sure that when you build the drones and then set the flight path, the drones within I worked out about 10 foundations around the drone port, on all angles. Just make sure there's no terrain or there's no foundations that scale higher than the drone point. So if I had placed these drones down and before I set the flight path, if I built up to here, these drones that are within 10 foundations distance from this point, it would have taken this as the highest point. So those drones would actually come up above this and then dock down. So you've just got to make sure that you're setting your drones up and everything else, and your flight paths, before you build anything else after it. Because after that point, they won't adapt to that. So they'll stick with that flight path unless you delete the drone and rebuild the drone port, and then set a new flight path, and then it will change the descend height for the thingy, for the docking. But now I've done it with all these drones now. As long as I don't delete these drone ports, then they'll all dock at the same height, which is why you're seeing every single drone at the same height. Just think of the fluid truck reveal for 1.2. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. You know, it is what it is. We get more addition to the game, but I'd rather they just try and got fuel sorted and pipes. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I'm sure they're trying to work on that. It's been a while since I used drones. Do they still use an unconsiderable amount of batteries? Yeah, you can use any fuel type now for drones. So we're using packaged rocket fuel for these drones. They were being cheeky. True, true. Cheeky drones. But these are all operating. All operating. They're all doing what they should. So it's just about manipulating them. Cheeky coffee stain. I know. But I can imagine if they found a fix for fluids, I imagine someone's constantly working on trying to fix it. But we had this discussion last stream, like if you've got a game where people have spent hundreds upon hundreds of hours as an individual to build something around the metrics of the game that you've given them. For you to then change that means that you're essentially, or possibly, ruining everyone else's current build right now in the game. So you don't want to end up pissing off your entire player base at the same time. But then again, I don't think anyone would mind if they got an actual fix for fluids. Was that a background research done? Yeah. It was a lot. I spent like 50 hours last week just literally just researching drones. Alright, so what's the furthest point these fly out to? So we don't want to be in the way. We don't want these to clip. So it's like 2 foundations from the drone port, they swing out. So if we do it at 3, then we're clear. Nothing wrong with fluids. Yeah, true. Nothing wrong with it. 1, 2, 3. So we can do it from this 4th point here. The coolest thing about manipulating the height of the drones, like the docking point of the drones, is that now we can build a roof over the drones and have like little side entrances to them. And they won't ever clip through them now. So we'll see if that's high enough. Be serious about it. I hope they have been improving on the wheeled transport and fixing the janky bugs. Possibly. I know they did do that in the 1.0 patch, wasn't it? Or 1.1? Because it used to be a lot worse than what it is now. Let's see if I can build. Probably want to go 1 higher here so I know I can dip down. Nice. Can get to working. Nice. So they're all just dropping at their vanilla height right now, which means that I know that if I do this for 1, it'll work for all of the platforms. Just trying to build a ceiling over it so then I can see what my options are as far as aesthetics. Yeah, the drones aren't flying above that point, which is great. Means we can build a hangar for them. Might cut in and go one floor down here. I think that might cut into the drones. I think we can go at that height actually, can't we? Look at them buzzing around, I know. It's cool, isn't it? I think that is the max height we can lower it to. Let's build a frame around it, and then let's try and come up with some sort of design. How you doing, Remy? You okay? Is that going over one more? I think it is. You're one of the lucky ones. So that's our ceiling height. I think we should be okay with that. It's just when they fly in at an angle, they do. I think the wing goes a little bit higher than. Actually, I don't think it does. We should be okay. Be cool if your hangar was a see-through roof. You can put the hub at the top and watch all the little guys. So I'm gonna have a viewing. I'm gonna have a middle viewing point from here, and then build the forge tower up above that. So I'll make it so you can stand in a glass room and see all the drones. You don't do 144 drones just to cover them with foundations, right? Yeah, I don't think anyone's when they talk about fluids, I don't think anyone's talking about like fluids within themselves. I think they're talking about managing fluids, right? Like when people say fluids, it's not like, oh, there's an issue with fluids. Like fluids and having sloshing systems and stuff is really cool because then it adds another element of skill to the game, right? I think people are more bothered about how janky pipes are that run the fluids. Because things like connecting junctions and so on and so forth are definitely janky and bugged. They don't work how they're supposed to. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna have to ask ourselves, where do we want to put like the first viewing floor? How high is that? So it's 10, 11, 12, 13. So probably at like 7 from this height is like the middle ground for the floor. I would suspect. Just spent a weekend troubleshooting my 4,000 to 320 unit package diluted fuel plant. Sorry, fuel pain. Yeah. People mix the two issues and it irks me to no end. Yeah, it's true, but I think people just say fluids in general, right? Like... So I think this would be like a perfect viewing point. So if we did like... don't think it'll clash at that point. Yeah, I think we're safe. But we'll only know when we got them in, right? Bum 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 bum. Oof. I think we've got a pretty flush. We'll check. Oh yeah, we've got miles of room. Miles of room. What's going on, Fail? How you doing, man? One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. So at that point. There you go. This design could change as we build through it, but I just need to basically just need to get some sort of like a frame of how I want things to look, and then we'll go from that point. Well, I can give you an example of my aluminum plant where the factory effectively has 4 copies of the same production line out of 4 production lines. One kept bugging out. Yeah, I've just had that issue. Like, I don't know if I've just fixed it or not. But I see what you mean. I see what you mean. It looks like it could have fixed it though. Like, as long as this not... Yeah, this isn't filling up at all now. I think we've fixed it. Yeah, I think what was happening is, because we had the fluids coming in at this point here, I think there was sloshing issues going on in the pipe, so it was actually pushing it back into the machine. But since we've added the pumps now, it can't be pushed back into the machine, so it's just blasting that out, and it's fighting against these, so these are only letting through the bare minimum of what they can let through now, which is great. The two pump systems sort of forcing the fluids into the pipe it needs to go. He's in chat right now on YouTube. Fail. It's so weird how you just said that. Okay, 1, 2, and then we'll go here. Bring this around. Jake, Fail is in Twitch chat bigging you up here. I haven't seen any of your builds, but he's telling me I should. So there you go. You must be doing something right. Right, so we want stirs. What's going on, bro? How you doing, bro? There he is. So 7 is the middle point. So we're gonna go from this point, I think. Kinda wanna have like a viewing platform from this point. There you go. Destiny. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is, man. It's I like literally, as far as like satisfactory content, like I don't even have time to do my own, you know what I mean? I'm sure you feel that pain. So it's no disrespect when I haven't seen any other content creators' builds. I don't know if I want to drop one more window there. Just have like more of a flat viewing panel. What would it look like if we went 3 up? If I was going to do this, I'm going to have to use the other panel, aren't I? Because then we lose the top panel then. The grind, yeah. Jesus. 2 crashes already? It's all good. It's all good. I think I might be auto-saving too often, but then I don't want to change it if the crash is still going to pursue, you know? Auto-saving like every minute, 2 minutes right now. I really want to get this forge done, because as soon as we're done this forge, we can start deleting all like the other buildings around the map. And that'll help us massively as far as performance. It should slow the crashes down as well. We're doing this though, I don't think we need to walk way at the top. I think we can just do it off the ledge. Just do it this way. Is the music loud enough for you guys, by the way? I always get really paranoid. I'm gonna delete a drone by accident. Wait. Does that reset the pass because I crashed? It's not a problem because I can just have them drop into the build. But it really worries me now. Because if that's going to be the case, like what if I... Oh shit, okay. We're going to have to test this. Like what if I was to build the tower just like higher now? Is it just going to do it now? Because that could be a huge problem. Well, not a huge problem, it just means we can't build a tower in the middle. Let's save it. Exit to desktop. Let's reboot the game. Because if they dock now at a higher point, that's not good. That's not good. The game crashing there might have actually saved us a lot of stress. I mean, it's fine, because if that's the case, we just have to build a tower a bit further away from the drones. That's fine. We can still have a middle. Only 30 days before Fixmas is back on. True. God, we're that close to Christmas now. He's going to come back and dock at this height now. They might not, but the closer ones might do. What are they doing, man? I think it's just because loading in flight pass. Let's see how high these go. See, that's in 10 foundations ratio, so... I mean, this is fine. If it stays like this, it's really good for us. Because then we can just build, like, slits in the roof that they can drop into. So that's the one I was looking for. Okay, if he's going to stay there, that's completely fine. $30 days until I've got to start spending money on credit cards for gifts as well. So true. So true. Start 2026 off in debt from 2025. I just wrote my letter to Santa. All I asked for was Fluxo. You already got me. You already got me, Ro. I'm all yours. You doing a fix event? I don't usually do them. Just because, like, when you've done one, you've done them all, kind of thing. It depends. It depends. Maybe. So I'd like to still work on our builds throughout Christmas. And then if you start building Christmas trees everywhere, it just doesn't feel right. If they're only going to dock at that height, that's completely fine for us. So then in that case, we can build like little dock ports for the roofs. So we could actually come out to this point here. So these are all docking at the same height still, so it must be just directly above the drones. How it works. Which is quite crazy, really. It's good, it's good. Because I think we can do like a if we did like a half foundation, drop that too, bring that across, same here. If that's going to be the case, and they're going to fly above it anyway, I can drop the whole size of this and just have them drop it into like a smaller version. Bowie, how you doing, bro? Tugs at your heartstrings. Save the finished game with a big power plant and then start Fitsmith on the save. Yeah, I get it, I get it. So if I was to do the roof at this height, I didn't realize that so it only resets when you reload the save. So it will reset the flight path so they'll avoid it. I remember reading that in the patch notes, but then I was like, well, that's not working. But you have to reload the save for them to change that path. I never realized that. Which is really good because it means we can now manipulate it further to have the drones do exactly what we want them to do. If they're going to lower through the gap, then we can lower the gap and have them lower into like little dock holes, which is cool. So a reason why you have a large chunk of the build offline, I know myself, maybe others as well, are following along with your builds. A large chunk of the build offline. What chunk's offline? The whole build's online. Because now we can actually lower to that height, and then it's going to work that way. It means that the drones will drop from a lower height if we lower the actual ceiling around it when we reload the save. If that's going to be the case, then that's great. Because then the drones won't fly in from the sides then. So we just got to test it from that height. Such pressure deleting all this stuff around the drones and trying to avoid deleting drones themselves. If that's the case, that's awesome, because then we can build everything we want to build around them. Go even closer. Go even closer. So you place the drone pod first and the flight path's fixed, which means you can build around the flight path. Is that correct? Wonder if you can... Well, that's what I assumed it was. Well, I mean, not even assumed. I did testing on it last week. But that's only during the save. But for some reason then when the game crashed and I loaded back in, they started dipping down instead of flying in from the sides, which means the flight path was changed. Which I had no idea that worked that way. Which is good, because it means that now you can really manipulate where the drones come in and drop from. So I'm just double checking that that is the case. Because prior I was trying to manipulate where the drones came in and landed. Dependent and off the research of doing it without the game reloading. So if this is the case now, it's awesome, because it means we can pretty much build the drone ports exactly how we want them. And then the game will reconfigure their flight paths to not clash with the foundations that we build, as long as we're not building directly over the docking, which is great, because now we can just have the drones float out the top of the build like this. See, now look how high they are now, but let me just put the middle bit in. So we're gonna have them so we can come to this point and then we can dip. We can dip to there. So they're currently landing and dropping at that point. But I think once we save, exit out the game, and then reload. If it fixes the height now and lowers them to the lowest point, and then they just have them drop in, then that's cool, because it means that we can build around, and then the flight path will adapt to what we're building. Just as long as we're not covering that. The only way we can really clip a drone in that sense then is by covering its dock. Because then it'll probably just override it and force the drone through the foundation. All the drones by the game? No, no. Not yet, at least. How you doing, Rocky? Right, so they fly off, see? They fly off, it's sort of like it's resetting the flight paths. Yeah, see, they fly off. So it's almost like they just completely reset their flight paths. And we got one coming in now. He'll fly. Yeah, see, he's dropping from a lower point. Oh, that's so sick. Yeah, they're dropping from the lower point now. Yeah, they're dropping to a lower point. Yeah, that's so dope. Okay. Yeah, we can do this now. Sick. Sick. Because they were flying in initially without any like border of foundations. They're flying in from the side, but now they're all dropping from the top, which is really, really good for us. We're going to want this to come from this end here. So we'll get this border around all the drone ports, and I think I'm going to blueprint the rest of it. Which means we can lower this now. Which means then we can build stairs down to this point where we can access the drones. Okay, that's cool. So that's just the one foundation past it. Super Moon, how you doing, man? Good to see you. So really, the game crashing there saved us a lot of headache, because I would have built it around based off of what I thought it would have been like. That ain't the case. Which is cool, because it means we can build towers here now, and it'll reset the flight paths to avoid the towers as well on each side. Why did that just stop? What's going on, 6? Keep an eye on that belt. How are you doing, my friend? See, because these flight paths here haven't reset. Still coming in from the side. And still dropping from that height. But then when we save and reload, they'll do exactly what these drones are doing over here. Interesting. Okay. That must be why they all fly back at the start when you reload the save. Because it's resetting the flight path. Interesting, for sure. Good, thank you, bro. How are you? Oh, sorry. Been making music lately. Taking a break and watching you. My guy. Ooh, music. I always like to play people's music on stream. If you want it playing, just let me know. Yeah, let's go over. Okay, nice. But yeah, I'm good, thank you. Just doing drone things. Ooh. So this tower isn't manipulating it, see? Like that height isn't doing anything. Which is great, because it means we can build the central tower. And the drone should only go up to the height around the actual drone pod itself. I thought there was a wider range than that, but it must have been because I was doing it without refreshing the save and checking. So this means we can have like the viewing point much closer now. Because the drones are going to fly above that height and dock from above that height. probably even mimic. Yeah, man. For show. Right, so I want to come down to about here. Maybe a little bit lower than that. You can literally have the viewing points from here, which is cool. So you'll be able to see all the drones dropping. We're gonna have to change these though. I might drop these a floor down. Because we do have a spare floor underneath here. Might be the case that I have to drop them even lower than that now. We might have to. Just have to bring it up one more floor. And then we can definitely cover it then. Let's bring it up to here. Bring it up to there, and then we can lower these down to that floor. should be good. Take from the center. One, two, three. Same on either side. Two, three. This can act as our sorting floor then, so we want to bring smart splitters.